Hello everyone from Rome. I'm very happy to be speaking to you. It's about a very special topic that's linked into the aims and nature of CCPD. As you know, you're preparing for these CSS examinations, which are not just simply about book education, but about the wider reality. That's why over the weekend you went to Matiari and Bichar and you'll be going elsewhere. These wider realities. And I'd like to speak to you this evening about the wider reality of the Catholic Church that we belong to, about the Vatican, which is here in Rome, which is the core center of the Catholic Church. What's the focus of this? The focus is the Compact for Education, which is something which has come from the Vatican's Congregation for Christian Education. I'm going to explain to you about that in a moment. The session this evening, after I've finished, will be that you'll have the copies of a statement from the Congregation for Catholic Education. It's going to be given to you in English and in Urdu, and then you'll read it together in English, and then you'll read it together in Urdu with the text also on the multimedia. Let me leave this for a moment. I'll come back to it. But first of all, I'd like to explain to you a little bit about the arrangement, the organization of the Catholic Church. Already you've heard something in the Zoom webinar that took place about canon law. And I know that some of you asked, what is canon law? The canon law is the law. Canon means the official registered. So it's the official registered law or laws of the Catholic Church. And I'm going to show you the book within which all of this is contained. There it is. It's written Codex, which is the code, Juris Canonici, the code of canon law. This revised version came out in 1983. There are other versions before that. But since 1983, there are extra additions and emendations that have been added to it. But that is the basic text of our canon law. So in the Catholic Church, we don't wander around doing this Fana ki marzi ke mutabik or Mary marzi ke mutabik or Bishop ki marzi ke mutabik. No, we do it canon law ke mutabik. So that's just a little bit on canon law. The arrangement of our Catholic Church. Well, in Hyderabad, you have in your parishes a parish priest. And over all of the parish priests in the Diocese of Hyderabad is the bishop, Bishop Samson Shukadeen. All of our bishops report directly to the Holy Father, who at the present time is Pope Francis, the Pope, the successor of St. Peter, who is in the Vatican. Now the reporting is done through the Pope's representative who lives in Islamabad. He's visited Hyderabad. You may have seen him. The nuncio then sends all of the reports to some go directly to the Holy Father, but many of them go to the various offices of the Catholic Church here at the Vatican. Now these offices have a special title. It's called dicasteries. The dicasteries are divided up into the top level ones called congregations, and then other ones which are called councils or offices. But all of them have a particular responsibility. I myself am an officer of one of the congregations and two of the councils, the pontifical councils. And it's through these that the management, the organization of our Catholic Church throughout the world takes place. The dicasteries, these offices, are very, very similar to what we would have with the federal ministries in Islamabad or the provincial ministries in Karachi, each of them with a minister in charge. This here is the handbook of all of the official people within the Catholic Church. Even I get a mention in here 5 times. But all of the offices, all of the dicasteries or ministries, all of these are mentioned in here. I hope you can see that there. It's got Annuario Pontificio 2020. It's the Pontifical or the Vatican Handbook for 2020. So as I said, everything is extremely well organized. If you need to get information, you simply open this and here it is. But it's written in Italian. Let me now get back to this topic, the Compact for Education. And this letter, all this information is coming from the Holy Father through the Congregation for Christian Education. This Vatican ministry oversees all Catholic education, universities, colleges, special institutes throughout the world, and they even know about CCPD. So your fame has come to Rome also. Why is this letter coming out? Because the Holy Father, Pope Francis, has been concerned that education has been developing simply as a matter of schools making money. And we know in Pakistan that that is a big, big problem. Huge school fees, but so many children who aren't rich, from rich families, unable to pay for their education. What's the focus in this particular letter? The focus is that education is related to one person, not a wealthy person, not a poor person, but a person relating to other people in education. Who are the other people? The teachers, the fellow students. So it's person to person, human being to human being, a person with dignity to another person of equal dignity. Education is not simply a means for people who have schools making money. The important thing in the schools is you, the students, the people learning, the people receiving the formation through education. Yes, it's important through education that you're prepared for the future. You need, of course, to find good employment. What does this statement say especially? And it relates to you very much there at CCPD and when you were in CCAE as well. Catholic schools and universities and our centers in Hyderabad, CCAE, CIDIC and CCPD are called to form people like you, young people like you, young outstanding good men like you who are willing to put themselves at the service of the community, at the service of Pakistan, at the service of our Catholic Church, at the service of the Diocese of Hyderabad, also importantly at the service of your own families, and your own families especially when you marry. This is important, but remember service. In Kiliye, not sort of merrily. I hope you'll find the rest of the session this evening being conducted by Mr. Salim and Mr. Junaid very, very helpful. You've got the text, you've got the multimedia, and more importantly than all of those, you've got your own understanding, your own intelligence, your own growing experience. And this is the time that I hope that in the coming hour or 45 minutes that you have left, that will be a very fruitful interaction amongst you, learning and gaining of new perspectives. God bless you all.